Hello and welcome to Dragon Ball Speak, a show where we summarize and review every episode of Dragon Ball Z 3 episodes at a time and rate them each on a scale of 1 to 7 stars. I'm one of your hosts, Brandon.
And I'm Wesley.
And this is Dragon Ball Speak, episode 35. The big 3-5. Confused?
Very confused.
Tell me about it.
So I don't even remember. Like, this episode wiped my memory, I feel like, because I have no idea what's going on. The last time we saw everybody, Goku was home with Chi-Chi, eating that meatloaf.
Gohan,
and Goku's off in space, which he still seems to be. But now there's like a Garlic Jr. guy who I guess Gohan defeated at some point that we didn't see, and then sent him to a dead zone for 10 years, and then he got out of the dead zone after 10 years, but nobody aged. And then there was like an Umbral Libra star, Mastius meteor, that made bad things happen, and then now everybody's bad.
Yeah.
What the hell is going on?
So this filler arc is filler. I think you probably put that together, I hope. Mm-hmm. Just not even because of the quality of the story, but like the animation, the voice acting, the writing.
Everything's bad.
It is actually a sequel to a Dragon Ball Z movie that we did not watch because it sucks.
That is what I thought what might be happening.
It's called Dead Zone.
Okay. It's very Superman and Zod inspired.
Oh, is it? I wouldn't even know.
Well, I mean, from what I know of Zod, he gets banished to the something.
Quantum Realm?
Something like that, where he like can't do anything, and then he escapes and he comes back.
And not only that, a lot of these early Dragon Ball Z movies reuse a lot of like character designs, I guess for budget or whatever. Mm-hmm. So Garlic Jr. is like not only the same design as Emperor Pilaf, but he's the same voice.
I was about to say, he's definitely the same voice. That's why whenever we first started the episode, I was looking down writing something and I heard and I was like, oh my god, is Pilaf back? And I was like, oh no, it's Garlic Jr. Duh.
You should have known.
I should have known with his spice voice.
Okay. So let's how about we blow through this and we go have ourselves a couple drinks, because right. I never thought, I'm just gonna, spoiler alert, I'm just gonna spoil it.
Yeah.
3 1 out of 7s in a row.
So I actually gave these better scores than I should have, because I was like, okay, this is the next arc. I forgot that filler exists, so I'm like trying to give it a fair chance, and I'm like, okay, well, this is good. Like, this is fine, you know? Like, trying to like kind of coerce myself into being like, this is good. I like this. I'm excited to be doing another 60 episodes about this. And then my scores got worse and worse, but they're all 1 out of 7s.
Yeah.
This was bullshit. I feel like I just wasted my time.
I was reluctant to come record because I know, I just knew, like, dude, even when I was a kid, I could barely get through this.
How far is it? Do we have a lot ahead of us?
We are 30% of the way through.
Oh, no. So we got at least
actually not even 30%. It's 10 episodes.
Oh, God.
And we just watched 3 of them. So.
Oh, no. We have 7 more of that.
I think for the next episode, we should just blow through them. Yeah.
Just 7 episodes in one.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Just have ourselves, like, grab us a little 6-pack or something and just...
We'll get some vinegar and some mustard and...
some spice.
We'll rub it all over each other.
Like the Blackwater Mist.
Yeah, until you scream like Icarus.
What that kept making me laugh. I couldn't stop laughing because Icarus, who's by the way a movie exclusive like friend of Gohan's,
he looks like like one part Puff the Mighty Dragon or whatever his name is from that weird show, another part like Pete's Imaginary Dragon, and then for some reason I'm getting like some heavy Land Before Time Digimon vibes.
I get the butterfly at the end of A Bug's Life.
Just a pretty butterfly.
Yeah, that kept making me laugh, his like stupid voice, and then just like there was that part with the squirrel like turning around and like shrieking in Gohan's face.
All the shrieking is bad.
And then there was some other stuff. But let's just 108, The Heavens Tremble.
Bad.
Yeah, so it looks like Peel Off. This is a sequel to Dead Zone, which, by the way, we'll probably never watch, even if we do the movies. I guess I don't know.
We will.
Eventually. I've never watched it. I just have seen parts of it. And
what if it's incredible and you just don't like this arc because you haven't seen all the context?
No. No, and you know what's weird about this too? Another aside is that Gohan here seems like younger and more regressed than he just was in the whole Namek saga.
Yeah, like he's
useless.
One of the most powerful people there, and all of a sudden he's like,
he can't even fly. He's like barely even flown because he's been using Icarus. And anyway, so
we got a Humphrey Bogart Krillin. Which I'm sure when you were a kid and you watched this, you were like, "Oh, I love Humphrey Bogart."
I am 21 years old and I don't know who that is. I mean, I know that he was doing like the "Hey,
he's
what's up, Say?"
Casablanca guy, I believe. But yeah, also the guy that says, "Hey, what's up, Say?"
Yeah, so Gohan was playing. Krillin pops up and he's like in this suit and he does that guy. He does an impression. And then he's got this new girl, Marin.
Bulma, not Bulma.
Yeah, so what's up with that? They literally.
I thought it was Bulma. I was like, "Oh, okay." And then it's like, oh no, her hair's a little more blue.
Slightly different shade of blue, slightly bigger TNA, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Which they very heavily focused on.
Lots of fan service in this arc. I imagine there are some people out there who have fond memories of at least one of these episodes.
I bet Marin was some kid's sexual awakening.
Oh, for sure. He was like, oh, wow. And they animated it. They spent a lot of time. Whoever these interns were doing this while the rest of the real team was working on the next arc. They went hard. They were like, I've never animated some booty jiggle. Let me animate some feet. Let me animate some titties. Like, they spent the most time on that for sure.
Oh, I know. So, yeah, and then she starts flirting with a 5-year-old, 6-year-old Gohan. She's like, oh, he's cute. She gives him a little kiss, and she's like, what, you getting jealous?
And it's like
boy,
no, he's
boy,
5.
he is a toddler.
It's my best friend's kid.
Right. So, yeah, there's this party at Roshi's, but Gohan probably won't be able to go because of Chi-Chi. Mm-hmm. Dude, this, like, even the this looks like a whole different show. Mm-hmm. Like, this looks like something that you would get a DVD out of a freaking cereal box and watch.
While we're at the party, we can't miss Oolong's incredible line.
What was it?
Love is in the air and it's gonna crash and burn. But he says it not as Oolong, but as Oolong trying to do like a Peter from Family Guy. He's like, love is in the air and it's gonna crash and burn. It was bad.
All of these voice actors, dude. What did I write down?
I've got a bunch of quotes that I wrote down.
We'll get to it, I guess.
Chi-Chi's making meatloaf again on the stove. And Goku's like gonna leave and he tells Icarus, he says, come on, let's blaze.
And then he says, he bucked me like a bronc. Not even a bronco. Is that what he said?
Yeah, he said he bucked me like a bronc. I laughed because it sounded like he said he fucked me like a bronc. And I was like, oh no.
Yeah, so Popo gets attacked by these Spice Boys, and and Kami offers Piccolo his job for some reason, which doesn't make sense.
He doesn't even say why. He's just like, I want you to do it.
And Piccolo's like, no.
Oh no, the best part is the second he offers the job, he's like, I want you to take over the mantle as guardian of the earth. Piccolo immediately just destroys a mountain. And his rage is just like,
yeah.
And he's like, no.
This was after he was fighting. It was like, I think the reused animation from him fighting himself from the freaking episode 7. They were like, it's been 100 episodes. We can use this shit again.
They won't remember.
No. So,
so Gohan and Icarus are smoking weed in their little tunnel. Popo is getting all his flowers destroyed. And who is it? It's Garlic Jr.
Right, which is when we get Popo Don't Lie. That was the so yeah, he gets attacked. They do a movie summary basically, which is the whole movie. And yeah, Gohan I guess knocked him into the dead zone and he's back now, whatever. And then what is he even lying about? Oh yeah, he's like, "Where's Kami?" And Popo's like, "I don't know."
Yeah.
And then he's like, "You're lying." And he's like, "No, Popo don't lie." And then the other guy was like, "I think he's telling the truth." And then Popo was like, "Yeah, that's cuz I don't lie." Like this so is the bad quality we're dealing with here.
Also, this movie, when did this movie happen? Because Goku was there, and he needed Gohan to win. So Gohan, pulled through for his dad. at the last moment. When the heck was this happening?
I think this actually is before Raditz. I think this is like movie 1, and it was maybe like promotional.
Interesting.
Because
that just breaks everything. That breaks a lot. Either that breaks a lot, or Garlic Jr. is like really not much of a threat at all. If pre-training Gohan beats him.
It's the only film that takes place after the end of Dragon Ball and before the beginning of Dragon Ball Z. So technically, it's like a Piccolo Goku team up before Dragon Ball Z even happens. And Gohan's like the same age, I guess, and Weird. They copied his like rage mode or whatever. So it's whatever. It's movie 1 of Dragon Ball Z. So Krillin, and they're all sitting at Roshi's house, and Marin is just like like flirting with Yamcha, and Krillin gets wrecked, and it's like super like secondhand embarrassment, like
Bulma
just
doesn't like it,
cringy, yeah. And
Master Roshi's horny.
He gets some, he very horny, and then Oolong said what his whatever
love is in the air and it's gonna crash and burn.
And at this point, I wrote down what is going on. It was like a fever dream.
On all 3 of my episode notes, I have WTF is going on.
That's also what I wrote.
Actually, for the second one, I said it's kind of like Kingdom Hearts because the darkness was taking over.
And the dark side, Star Wars.
They do mention the dark side a
couple times. So Roshi needs to earn, or Marin needs to earn Roshi's approval with a little kissy.
Give me a kiss, baby.
I like how hard you committed to that. I appreciate it. And then the black water mist is unleashed, which corrupts the minds of the innocent.
And it creates an army of darkness.
Ah, yes, another reference.
When did that movie come out? I had to have come out around the same time.
That movie came out in early 1990s.
Damn. 1992. Okay,
have you ever seen it?
Yes, yeah. I haven't seen the second one, though. So there's
what?
I thought there was a second one.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, there was Evil
Army of Darkness is Evil Dead 3.
Yeah, and I thought there was a second Army of Darkness. Oh, I'm thinking of the TV show, actually.
Yeah, I never watched that.
He made it.
It was like Stars exclusive.
Yeah.
No, that's not recent. Stars. That's like 2013.
That's recent for me.
Yeah.
Just a year ago.
So Black Fog of Terror.
Black Fog. Black Fog. The best part is like this is Blackwater Mist, and now it's the Black Fog of Terror. You know, pick one. Is it fog or is it mist?
No, they can't.
True.
So we get some the squirrel. No, the little girl screeching in the beginning. Little girl screeches, and we get spice, salt, vinegar, mustard. Mm-hmm. Is that all of them?
No, that is it's spice, vinegar, salt, mustard. Oh, that was all of them.
Okay. And then
is vinegar a spice? Because I say no. Vinegar is a liquid, right? Also, spice is not a spice.
If anything, the leader should be spice, and the cohort should be
garlic, mustard, salt, and vinegar.
Right.
Also, is mustard a spice? Mustard seed, perhaps?
Mustard seed is a spice.
But mustard is a condiment. They got this. They did everything wrong. They couldn't even. This is bad.
It wasn't even like the clever naming. It was just like a spice rack.
They're like, I like the Spice Girls. Let's do the Spice Boys.
The Spice Boys. So Chi-Chi mad because Gohan went to the party
to smoke weed.
Right, and the animals are raging. So the animals all are shrieking and freaking out, and Gohan gets very scared
because he's like Snow White. He can understand the animals.
Yes, and he's not flying.
He's on Icarus.
Yes, and. Oh, so then we get this racist backstory on. Oh, well, I forgot to even say, Kami and Popo they're trapped in cum jars.
Oh God, that is not what I expected to come out.
Garlic Jr.'s gonna fill them with his garlic sauce.
Oh God.
We get this racist backstory on the serpent race and how they're all hateful and they're all demons and they all ruin everything and whatever. So I guess that's what he is. And Krillin's trying to catch some fishies and they're laughing at him. Mm-hmm. And then, if you would do me the honors of describing the following.
So we've got a Bulma and a Yamcha laughing, and they're like, "Well, you shouldn't have told Marin you were gonna cook her some fish." And then you hear like a, ooh, and then Marin walks out, and she's wearing a very small yellow one piece. That's basically like a thong on the back, and then it's not really covering up much in the front. And then all the googly bits are out and about.
Ooh.
And they're making a point to like animate all of it, especially her butt. There's a scene where it's like butt.
It's like bouncing.
Yeah, And then like there's feet, and then there's boobs. Like they know what they were doing. I guarantee I could find a subreddit devoted to Marin.
So here's what happened. One of these interns was like, Bulma. They were into it. They were like into Bulma. They were like, let's just make a character who is Bulma identically in terms of appearance, but then like make her like
not, or make her like sexy.
Yeah, so we can like animate it.
Us, yeah, like make it like all show us what we want to see. They were yearning to see parts of Bulma.
Yes.
And then they were like, I'm gonna become an animator so I can design my own almost naked Bulma. And then they were like, you can't make Bulma naked, so they made Marin.
Correct. And Krillin keeps saying bro.
Yeah, he does.
Many times does he say bro.
Gohan says, oh my gosh, too.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
4 or 5 times.
Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh.
And let's see. Chi-Chi crash lands, and she's raging. And then there's like a kerfuffle between her and Marin because Marin's calling her old. And then Chi-Chi does what appears to be a Kaioken.
Yeah. She was going to kill Marin.
She at least powered up. But yeah, she was going to kill her ass because Chi-Chi, we know, is a fighter, which is the first time they've actually acknowledged that in this series. Anyways.
And they run off. Krillin's like, we got to get out of here. So him and Marin go, and they run into Gohan, and they're like, dude, your mom's going Blitz, I think is what Marin says.
And Krillin kept looking like Charlie Brown, and these freaking, it was so bad.
Yeah.
So Gohan versus Chi-Chi is not a fight that I expected to have to talk about in this series.
It's weird because they showed like the mist going over Kami House, and there was like a clear lack of mist around the Kami House. It was rolling over, but you could see like it looked like there was like a force field over, and then they're all evil. And Chi-Chi's like, I'm gonna beat the shit out of my son.
Dude, she slaps him so hard.
Dude, yeah. Not cool, Chi-Chi. Don't hit your son like that.
Nope.
2, do you know who your son is? He could do a lot of damage.
He is, I would say in the show, at least the 4th most powerful character on the show.
Yeah.
Behind probably Goku and Vegeta. Obviously Goku, probably Vegeta, probably Piccolo. Maybe.
Maybe Master Roshi, probably not.
I mean, Tien and Yamcha, probably not.
No, definitely not. Definitely not Yamcha.
Yeah, good point. So
she's chasing him all over the house, trying to beat his ass.
And there's just a chase with all the characters.
Roshi, here's what's weird. So the mist makes your evil desires like come true or whatever.
Yes.
And so we see Roshi's evil desires manifested in the form of him trying to be like a rapist, basically.
More or less, yes.
And Marin's like, no. And then there was a weird boob grab. I don't remember where that happened. We probably went over it. I think he's yelling. I think he's trying to tell. God, this is how much you could tell they don't know the characters, because Roshi does like to go for a boob grab, but he would have done it not that way. He's literally like in front of Marin and talking to Chi-Chi, and he's like, "You need to chill out." And it's like, it's bad. Yeah. So they're all fighting. They're all evil and shit. And then guess who arrives to save the day? Piccolo. And then the narrator's like, well, Piccolo saved the day. And spoilers, nope, turns out Piccolo has been heavily nerfed. All it takes is a good suck or two. And he's down.
Next episode's title should have been, which I didn't even get the title, it should have been Piccolo gets sucked to dry.
Yeah, he does. But instead it's a battle in Kami's lookout, which does not happen.
You're right.
Yeah, no, there's no battle in Kami.
Yeah.
They get there and that's
they get there. So, yeah, in the beginning, Piccolo's like trash talking with they're like crew members. And then we get like the Libra star. What
Dude,
the?
He said like, he was like the Umbral something, the Libra star, the Mystios something. And then like the evil spirits of the earth came out, and then Garlic Jr. used that to shatter the dead zone, and then he got out. It was like
unreal. I thought I freaking like was high.
It felt that way. It was like, I have no idea. I guess that's part of the movie, but dude,
and it's once every 12,000 years.
Yeah, so what are the odds?
But luckily, it happened just now.
Mind you, Garlic Jr. was in the dead zone for 10 years after Gohan put him in the dead zone.
Did it say that?
Yeah, that was the very beginning of the first episode. He's been in the dead zone for 10 years.
Gohan is like 5 or 6 years old.
It's probably 3 when he puts him in the dead zone, since it's before Dragon Ball Z.
Who knows?
Starts.
Probably, I guess.
And then, so he should be like 13, but he's not. He's like 5.
Who says dig it, man? He goes, yeah, dig it, man.
It's not vinegar, and it's not garlic junior. It's not. I think it's mustard, I believe.
Yeah,
the one that has the red like sideburns.
They were trying to get Piccolo to join him.
Dig it, man.
And he was like, yeah, we're like famous. What were they talking about? They're like, yeah, we're like heroes to these people.
He's like, we'll be like celebrities, like role models. And then, what are their voices? One of them is a New Yorker, bad.
One is like Zarbon, kind of.
One is like Zarbon. One is the Dig It Man, who's like the cool guy. And then the other guy is like really country sounding.
Yeah.
He's very southern. Just generally awful. I actually forgot to mention in the first episode, but they're like we have Bulma not Bulma, and now we have Ginyu not Ginyu Force.
Yeah, true. Yeah, not to mention, where did these guys come from?
Right?
They were not in the dead zone.
And they've got Saiyan armor on.
Right, which like I said, in the movie, they reused a lot of like those kinds of like, assets. There's a movie, I forget which one of the really early ones that also reuses like the Cybermen design, and they're like the same thing, but they did that a lot.
Coming to you one day.
Yeah. So yeah, we got a 24-hour time limit until the Blackwater Mist permanently fog of doom permanently corrupts the citizens of Earth, and
then we have Yamcha going after Piccolo,
and he wins.
Somehow. He bops Piccolo right on the head
and sucks him,
and then Piccolo gets a good sucking.
And the one guy says, "Why you louse?"
Which I don't even know what that means.
A louse is a single lice.
Oh,
like lice, like a bug, like in your hair.
I'm sure everybody that watched this back in the 90s or whatever caught that.
Yeah. So, and then Puar fights, like gets on his face, Piccolo's. And then Gohan and Krillin go to get the water. Piccolo was going to kill them, by the way.
And Piccolo is also like pleading with Gohan to go get the water. And Gohan's like flying away and he's crying a lot. Like his tears rolling down his face. And it's like, dude, I think Piccolo's going to be fine. Turns out, no, Piccolo can't even beat Yamcha anymore.
Piccolo can't beat nothing anymore.
Oh, but he got a good sucking.
He got a good suck. And there was about 3 times that he goes, no! Like he yells it. Because Gohan wouldn't listen.
It feels like the Star Wars Christmas special where like the cast was like high or drunk or something, yes. And they're like, let's just record our lines real quick. Yeah,
and so yeah, Marin wants to go to, or she won't be Krillin's girlfriend anymore. Krillin. Vegeta. Oh, and then we cut to Vegeta. Oh, what? I don't know. They get to
Vegeta's.
They get to Korin Tower or whatever, and they're fine.
And then what's his face? Yajirobe comes out with Korin, and they're like, I don't even know what they're doing. She keeps petting, Marin keeps petting him, and he gets like a little horny. And he's like, please stop doing that. I'm about to bust. And then
Yajirobe calls Krillin ugly.
Yeah, and then Krillin and Gohan ditch Marin there, and
which
I don't even remember why they went there.
To get the sacred water, which is correct me if I'm wrong. When I watched Dragon Ball, Goku climbs Korin Tower. You have to climb the whole thing. He gets up there, and Korin's there, and he gets the sacred water from Korin. He has to get it from him, and that's like the training. It's just regular water, it turns out. Yeah. That's the whole point. It's actually just regular water.
Yeah.
The training is having to get it from Korin, but it doesn't actually do anything. Because the whole point of it was that it was supposed to make Goku strong.
Yeah, and so it turns out the solution to this problem with the black fog of doom is just water.
Plain water.
Yeah, just like straight up water.
Which also is normally kept there with Korin, but I guess is now up top.
Yeah, and there's no other water in the world anywhere. So
it's not sacred.
True. So they ditch them.
Oh, and then the read your thought. Korin's like, I'm just going to read your thoughts. And then they spend like 25 seconds of Korin going, like reading their thoughts. And Vegeta's trying to find Goku. He keeps on saying Goku, but then he says Kakarot again.
And he's just murdering. I guess the implication is that he's murdered like 100 lizard
They're like
dudes.
Frieza soldiers, I
Yeah,
guess.
and they're like, oh, we're with Frieza still. And
Which he's asking where Goku is, and they're like, we can't tell you because of... How the hell would they know?
because of the Frieza order. And it's like, Frieza's dead.
And how would you know who Goku is or where he is anyway? Why would you not say, I've
what is
never
his
heard of that
goal?
person?
What is Vegeta doing? What is his
He
goal
wants
here?
to find Goku so he too can become a
So
Super
he's just
Saiyan.
literally showing up on planets and looking at strangers and being like,
Yes.
where the fuck is Goku? Like
Where's she?
Batman.
Where's Rachel?
Where's Goku?
And that's it.
Yeah, it turns out I thought this was gonna be like a 3-arc thing, or a 3-episode arc, and no, now we've got another 7 episodes to go. This bullshit.
I don't. Yeah. So Dragon Ball Speak episode 36 will be the next 7 episodes of the. I don't know what day you want to commit to
Let's
that.
just find a YouTube summary.
Oh God, I wanted so badly to skip this,
Cause you're just like,
but we can't.
I know.
Like,
I was
you
like,
know what
you're
I
like,
mean?
what, tonight or tomorrow? And I was like, we can do it tonight. And then you didn't answer for like 2 hours, and you're like, when? And I'm like, now. And you're like, okay.
I was sad.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for what actually comes next. For the record.
After this arc,
Yeah.
that is exciting. I was like, I gave the first episode a 4 because I was like, all right,
You thought you were in.
this is what it's gonna be, and I gotta be okay with that. So all those
boy.
episodes were 1 out of 7s. I'm not excited about what we have to do next,
We will make it happen.
which is watch 7 episodes of Bad. Maybe we'll just do like 1.5 times speed, and then everyone will sound funny.
That's actually kind of a good idea if we have that option. That's actually, I'd kind of be down for that.
That would cut it down to like almost a regular episode length.
Yeah. So, what will happen next? Will Garlic Jr. Possibly rule the world?
Maybe, dude. I don't know. You know, I will say I've never heard of Garlic Jr., so I feel like the chances of him making it out alive are pretty low. Like, he doesn't seem like a A-caliber Dragon Ball Z villain.
I will admit, I have no idea what happens to Garlic Jr. But I'm going to imagine that he probably ends up back in the dead zone.
Yeah.
But I have no idea. I have no idea.
What a fun journey it's going to be for us.
Find out next time on Dragon Ball Speak.